Hey, 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 Scorpio. Welcome back for another weekly reading. I actually wasn't even going to use the tea leaf, but I got done with Libra's reading and they said split the deck, and I split the deck, and the card that I saw was this: do not be tempted to lower your standards. And when I went to lay it back down, it fell out. And now, happiness. Okay, so here's what I'm getting, Scorps. There's a group here where you are flying high, you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of great things coming towards you, but they're not quite here yet. What is this and why is it sticking out at me? What is that? Okay, Mother Mary is coming through. Oh my gosh, my mom's name is Mary and she died. Excuse me. I have been sick. I apologize. I've been trying to mute the mic, but that one just came out. I apologize for that. And love. Do not be tempted to lower your standards in love. There's something about a group of people here who maybe you've had a handful of relationships or more than that. You know, you just had some, and it's like one relationship, you know, it's almost like they have all been toxic in some way, but one stands out to you more as being healthy because it was healthier than all the other ones you had. But sources letting you know that one's not healthy either. That one is not healthy. There's a lot of controlling, manipulative things happening, sneaky things happening behind the scene for someone. And it feels like this person's going to try to come back at some point, and they don't want you lowering your standards. I'm also hearing about lowering your standards with substances. Excuse me, I had to cough. Lowering your lowering your standards with substances. Thank you for the confirmation. Saturn enters Aries, clearing 3 decades of karma. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to read that later. Work is where you're supposed to have your focus right now, not love. That's why they don't even want you, like, thinking about what somebody else is doing, thinking about who they're with. That is taking airtime that you could be using towards something that's going to make you happy instead of focusing on something that's just, it's like beating a dead horse. You can't, nothing's going to come of it. Nothing. Okay. That wanted to stay out. Someone new is entering your life. Okay, this is why. This happens. No more, they said. This is why. You're about to receive something that's true happiness. And look, I got 2 hearts linked together, and this is the someone new entering your life. And it's work related. Where this is over here, this is a false sense of happiness. I'm also hearing like instant gratification. Someone here has an addiction to instant gratification. So learning to have delayed gratification is something that you have been working on and you haven't realized it. Delayed gratification. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. You've been working on delayed gratification for a while. So basically, Source has been forcing you to practice patience. And you may find if you keep going with things that instantly gratify you, like that substance or that drink or that, I don't know, that purchasing the same thing a million times because you can't find it, so you just buy something, buy it new because you don't feel like looking for it. That type of thing. That's going to come back to bite you in the butt if you don't stop. Just the messenger. Don't shoot me. That's it. And it's because if you keep doing this, the manifestations are going to get compile and get worse. But if you go towards this, the manifestations compile and get better. Okay, this isn't the way to go. This is a new deck from one of my subscribers, and I love it. Okay. Love deeply, laughed often. Okay. This card just came out, and was it either Leo or Virgo? All right. You do you, love deeply, laughed often, and you are enough just as you are. Don't take it personally. Remember, when someone is unkind or says bad words, they might be pooped on their pants. Yes, ignore them, stay confident, set boundaries, surround yourself with cheer, take criticism lightly, and chill. So, the same energy coming out for here. So, this is also, don't lower your standards with that. Don't take things personally. If somebody lashes out at you over something that's insignificant, it's misplaced anger, they blew something out of proportion, maybe it's because they were already wadded up inside. They were already feeling that anger, that angst, that like aggression, and it was just seething under the surface. So one little word or one little thing could set them off, and you could be the receiver of that. But they're wanting you to recognize that somebody's mental health that is around you is not, it's not in a good place at all. And I feel like a lot of outbursts are going to start happening. And Source isn't wanting you to take it personally. They want you to still be yourself. Still do you, okay? There's something, you're doing something different than other people. Scorpio, you're being called to a higher timeline. You're being called to be leaders, teachers, healers, way showers, light workers. You're being called to do these things. And you're in an environment where it's easy to lower your standards, but they're asking you to be the bigger person here when it comes to someone who may be unkind. They've got some mental instability and they need help. I'm sorry, I'm sick and check this cough. Love deeply and laugh often. Strong relationship. When we love someone deeply, we can connect with them on a soul level, creating an unbreakable bond. And when we share laughter with someone, we create memories that will last a lifetime. Scorpio, I'm going to tell you what I heard. You need love, laughter, and orgasms. That one made me cough. That's funny. It doesn't have to be with anybody. You can do that solo. But I did hear that. You are enough just as you are. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing apples to oranges? Pointless. Everyone is unique. Instead of focusing on how you measure up to others, focus on your own growth and development. Don't compare yourself to them. Respect the differences that make each person unique and make your life easier. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this. I'm not saying this is the example, I'm just using this as an example. If you have someone that you're keeping an eye on when it comes to love, comparing yourself to the people that they're interested in or they talk to or they're with, that is making you feel a million times worse. And it's actually like locking your legs in place, and like you're not taking action on things that you could be taking action on. Who gives a shit what they have going on? Fuck them. Sorry. Not sorry. Fuck them. You do you. Love yourself and not care what anybody. Don't compare yourself, Scorpio. Your light is too bright and you have too much to offer. And these same people, you know what's interesting? These same people that you compare yourself to also compare themselves to you. And they see where they fall short and they get angry at you for it. So don't even worry about it. It's easier said than done, but that's what they want you to do. They don't want you giving two shits about what anybody else has got going on. Nope, they don't. Yeah, because they want you to live a life realizing you have options. And you see this? I love this card. Because with these options, it's a house, it's money, it's a dog, it's a heart. I'm going to look at this as a Mardi Gras prize. It's like two of these options could be kind of eh. But you got all these options that are great. A diamond, a castle, money, a dog, a heart. And even this reminds me of a party. But this is what I'm saying. This is you. This would be you lowering your standards, accepting this, trying to figure out what's going on behind the scenes with other people. You accepting love back into your life. Right now, this isn't the time for love, Scorpio. This is the time for building your business, building your brand, building relationships with other people. Yeah, because this is why. If you lower your standards and you fall victim to the blame game with someone, it blocks your abundance. You see how this came out in reverse? It will block your abundance. But if you don't, if you keep doing you and you find ways to live and like find adventure where you are and love and laugh, have orgasms, it flips this way. Because this was kind of sideways. So it's saying it can go either way. This is your choice. That's what it's saying. It can go either way. It's your choice. But I am getting that someone wants to come back after you receive opportunities, wealth. Well, they don't get to just jump in the 11th hour and ride on your coattails and of success and take everything and like, oh, I was here the whole time. I was so supportive. No, 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 you don't, motherfucker. And that could be anybody. It doesn't have to just be a man. That could be I call everybody a motherfucker. Really. That's like one of my favorite things to say. Oh, motherfucker. I'm trying to work on it, guys. I really am. I have days where it just feels good to cuss a lot, and some days where I don't do it at all. Yeah, okay. You see, in the past, this flew all the way out in the past. In the past, there has been infidelity. There has been secrets. There's been deceit and lies. And it's been with some type of love. That's why they want you focusing on career, getting yourself right, you doing you, not caring two shits about what anybody else is, comparing apples to oranges, having fun, loving yourself, laughing, having orgasms, so that the opportunities come into you. You see how her eyes are closed here? You see, she's smiling and her eyes are closed. She's trying to make that decision intuitively. There are a lot of things that you have had to make, decisions you've had to make intuitively, and they have been right on point so many times you don't even know. And you know why you don't know? Because you following that impulse and being right on point kept you from experiencing a disaster. A disaster after disaster after disaster. And you don't know it because you didn't see the disaster. Because you followed the impulse. You're really strong and courageous, Scorpio. Believe in yourself. You have a lot to offer this world. These people need to go. Mm-hmm. Look at this. This is you focusing on work. This is you establishing your foundation. Having opportunities. Material wealth for days, but not even, when you look at this, it's not just about a material wealth. Look what they're doing. This is a happy family enjoying a nice meal, all conversing, loving deeply, laughing often. This is what you get. But this needs to go. Work is where you need to be. So I'm going to grab a few work cards and then I'll get you out. That really flung. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yeah. I'm sick. Please excuse my voice. Yeah, see, I told you, Scorps. I'm talking to spiritual advisors, healers, tarot readers, or anything that's remotely spiritual, all right? You're being guided to discover your unique spiritual path right now. That's what's happening. And they're giving you the step by step what to do. Like right now, Focus on yourself and quit comparing yourself. Right now, focus on laughing, focus on loving, focus on building your brand, your business, whatever it is, taking classes. Look, keep an open mind. Something is unfolding for you. All right, some of you could be a chemist, forensics, biochemical, or anything in the field of science. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. That's what Source is doing. Source is applying a scientific approach to your manifestations, to your business, to your brand, to whatever it is that you're building right now. You're being activated and receiving your gifts at this time. So that it's like at the same time that you are growing spiritually and being activated to receive all your spiritual abilities, gifts, they're also asking you to realize there's a methodical approach that Source has here, even though it doesn't feel like a methodical approach. They're doing it they're doing it in a way that they know is successful, but it's different than the way most people do it. You're in the process of healing your inner child, but so you can be a caregiver, teacher, pediatrician, or any career centered for children. That could be interesting to you. Maybe that's something that you're considering. And don't forget to nurture yourself while you work toward your goals. Some of you could be a parent, and they're saying you focusing on your career is going to make you a better parent. Your spirituality and your career, like your spirituality and your gifts being activated, will net your career. And your career is helping you be a better parent because there's going to be more resources, more opportunity and freedom for the kids, more experiences to be had for all of you, less saying no and more saying yes, so causing less animosity in the home. Thank you for the confirmation. And just you feeling easier, not feeling like the financial burdens on your shoulder anymore. Something like that. That's what they want you to really focus on. Your kids are more important and your work is more important than a relationship at this time. All right. That's what I have for you. I'll see you in the next one, Scorps. Peace and love.